Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 2, Episode. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opened where it ended last week, which was with Big Baby Swole and Spectacular about to go outside and fight. Spectacular feels like the only reason why they fighting is because this fool brought in Big Daddy Old Boy. They can't work it out because of him. So while they going back and forth and, the crazy 88's trying to keep them under control, here come Pleasure P with the business acumen. He says that they were signed on for 5 albums. They only did 2. You don't make money until you get to that 4th album. I was like... I know it's like you got to treat it like a business and you got to start and you might not make no profits off that first album, but by that second album, seems like you should be getting something. You got to do 4 albums before you get some money from it. That just don't, is that for everybody? Because that definitely don't make sense to me. Anyway, Pleasure P is going to take all the blame. Here he go with his narcissistic self. The group couldn't survive because he cut out, which might actually be a good part of the truth, actually, because he was the lead singer, right? They say that the rest of them are considered rappers, and he was the only singer of the group. So when he left early, there was nobody there to sing the songs. I guess nobody wants to hear, Big Baby Swole sing nothing. And of course, Big Daddy Old Boy was like, thank you. The money was being spent back on the group. Right now I'm fucked up because I put all my money in the group and there's nothing making money except for the Facebook page. And he can't get his fingers on that. Spectacular was like, that's beside the point. Oh no, that's really all the point that the daddy is trying to make. Daddy say he spent so much fucking money on them. Even Big Mama Old Girl say that, he needed to stop spending so much money on them. And if I would have listened to her, I wouldn't be sitting here broke and looking at your smug ass face. Big Daddy Old Boy is quite upset. Spectacular was like, I did all the legwork. I'm the one that brought in investors. Pretty Ricky, in this sense, their problem sounds a lot like what's going on with New Edition, with Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant buying the right to the name, and Belle Biv DeVoe basically feeling like, okay, they making the money off of the group, so the group is not going to work together until they can all get their names on it. Okay, so I guess this is similar to the same problem that Pretty Ricky is having. So again, Spectacular is over it. He said that they was brainwashed. Big Daddy Old Boy was like, brainwashed? Wait a minute. Did you feel brainwashed? And, of course, nobody's pride is going to let them sit there and say, yeah, I was brainwashed, gladly. So, they kind of sort of like, well, no, not really. Spectacular was like, what are you talking about? He would call us and be like, come make up my bed. Okay. We had to fucking hide our food because we didn't know we was going to be eating later on that day. All right. Oh, Lord. Big Baby Swole was like, wait a minute. It sounds like you got a problem with your childhood. You think? What has he been saying this whole time? Spectacular was like, I do. And of course, you can't disrespect Big Daddy Old Boy. Big Baby Swole was just like, wait a minute, you are not gonna sit here and disrespect your daddy. That's the only daddy you got. Don't remind us. You his son, and you acting like you a stranger. And I was just sitting there looking like, oh my God, this conversation is so tired. No wonder they couldn't seem to work it out. Listen to the mentality of what you got to go through here. Anyway, you guys, later on, Spectacular and Big Baby Swole decide that they're going to sit down together, without the rest of everybody because they brothers. Now, we're going to get this settled once and for all. You guys keep telling me that all 4 of them are brothers. I think it's very apparent in the fact that these 2 always get together and say, we brothers. It don't be all 4 of them because all 4 of them are not brothers, okay? Big Baby Swole and Spectacular are actual blood brothers, same mama, same daddy. From what I understand, I'm going to remember his name. The one that's always joking around is a cousin, Slickum. Aren't y'all proud of me? I remember his name. And then Pleasure P, they're saying was a childhood friend. They all grew up together, so it was sort of like he was included as a brother, but not by blood. Okay, now y'all quit getting in my comments and saying the same shit over and over. They are not all brothers. Okay, now that we got that established, they sit down and Spectacular was like, I'm not fixing to be up here with all this fighting and shit again. He wasn't there for the bullshit last time that they all got together. Big Baby Swole, I don't know what happened that made made us go there. You know, Spectacular was like, you don't know what happened, huh? You happened. Oh no. Child, I just erased my notes. Oh my God, thank God that Apple has this recovery in there that says recently Child, I was fixing to start crying on this damn video. Okay, let me get back in character. Big Baby Swole want to make it clear that, you know, we here talking right now because we brothers. I'm all you got, man. I said, child, you are not all that he has, Spectacular. I'm sure you know that, but okay. Now, what exactly is the problem with Big Baby Swole? Well, there seems to be quite a few different issues that he has with Spectacular. Right now, he wants to address the fact that he is not the best man. I don't understand how I'm your brother and you choose somebody else to be your best man. It hurts me, you know what I'm saying? Take it back. When I left the old girl's house and went and lived with my daddy, you know, he tries to explain to us that, you know, maybe he did abandon Spectacular, make Spectacular have some ill feelings towards him, but he needed his daddy to teach him how to be a man. I said, we can see that. And then, y'all, Big Baby Swole gets a little emotional, you know. I didn't want to leave you, man. I wanted to be there. I wanted to call for you to make somebody else the best man. That do something to me, man. I said, child. And Big Baby Swole is so fucking emotional. What sign is he? Somebody find out, please. When is his birthday? I mean, everything is the most extreme with him. I said, that damn Big Baby Swole is one of them ones that you ain't talked to the whole time and you up and die, and then he be at the funeral just cutting the fool up in the casket. Oh, Lord, take me with him. But, you guys, the actual display of emotions seem to touch Spectacular. And, you know, I'm learning from the show that Spectacular must be the most sensitive and aware of the feelings one in the group. So Spectacular was like, you know what? We don't never express our emotions and everything. You know, that did touch that, you know, it did touch his little heart. So, okay. All you had to do is say something. You want to be the best man? Done. You the best man. Okay, they shake on it. So we got that figured out. So now with this first act of best man, you know, he's bro with the Big Daddy old boy. You guys got to get together, sit down and talk and try to figure this whole thing out. Spectacular was just like, still got problems with him. Like, he don't even, like, even though I was gone, you know, my son lived right around the corner from him. He don't make no effort to try to even be with his grandchild. All right. Like, he don't care about me and mine. So why should I care about him? But Big Baby Swole say, no, listen, just have this meeting. Okay. You all about business. You know, a meeting sound real business like. Maybe we can come together on that level, since, you know, Big Daddy old boy was the old businessman and Spectacular is a new businessman. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Then, you guys, I'm going to tell you, when Spectacular met with his father, you know, it was all kikis and giggles and, you know, shits and laughs and all of that. But that shit really turned unfunny after a while. And I was sitting there listening and I was just like, this is uncomfortable. Now, they go and meet at a pool hall. I guess this is the time when we gonna have our tete-a-tete and try to really figure it out. Okay, here go Big Daddy old boy right away. Do you guys feel like I did a bad job in raising y'all? Spectacular says, well, look. What I'm trying to say is we didn't really feel like a family. We didn't do shit as a family. We didn't go on vacations and everything. Oh, Big Daddy old boy can't understand what you're talking about. You guys traveled the world. In every city you went, you had 10 women in your bed. Now, nigga, if that ain't winning, daddy don't know what. Shit. Spectacular was just like, that is not what I'm talking about. Okay, that's just whatever. That don't count. But that right there will let you know the mentality of that daddy. I mean, like he said, he was raised by a street nigga. Okay, and street niggas, a lot of times, you know, many of them are very smart, but many of them also have a hard time dealing with what might be considered normal family routines and activities, because the street survival, what they know, money, hustling, that's their thing. Okay, so sometimes it's hard for them to make the switch. So Spectacular says, okay, well, another point as far as family is concerned, you never even go and see your grandson who be right around the corner. The daddy say, you don't know nothing about, I always had him. I had him the whole summer. He was going with me to basketball practice. Spectacular was like, this nigga a lie, don't care who tell it. Now, I talked to the baby mama. Do he think that I just abandoned my child like he did us? I mean, mentally, because daddy was there getting that money. Spectacular is listening to his father, and his father's coming up with all these excuses. I don't even think the dad realizes that they are excuses. The dad actually, I don't know what's going on, y'all, with my hairs. I'm sorry. But the dad feel like he really was doing what he needed to do. And finally, Spectacular was just like, do you love me? Okay, do you love me? Okay, his name need to be Sensitivity, not Spectacular. You know you can't say these kind of things to street niggas. Okay, you could tell the dad was immediately uncomfortable. Let me tell you something. You got control of the whole Pretty Ricky Facebook website, and I'm not suing you, so how is that not love? Okay, well, like I said. Spectacular finally was just like, see, it's all about money with you. It's never been, you ain't never been a dad. As far as my dad is concerned, like, you dead to me. Okay, now that was harsh. That was harsh for him to say. And obviously that set the daddy off into a whole nother path. And this is what I'm talking about, where the shit just really kind of turned. And I was just like, wait a minute, daddy, why you got to go so hard? I ain't never gonna be your daddy. You a sorry ass nigga. I don't like your style, dog. The reason why I'm not your daddy is because you didn't earn it. Here he go with that earning shit again. Kids don't choose to be born, just to remind y'all. You faking, you phony. Look at that shit in your hair. You a man. Don't nobody walk around with that shit in their hair. I said, Then the daddy said, I despise you. You a despicable person. I said, oh, okay. He might as well have said, I hate you, because he was getting there. And Spectacular's there sitting there listening to this. And I was just like, I don't care how old you are. When your parents say some shit like that to you, the one person that you would hope would love you for the rest of your life just because you their child, no other reason, for them to say some shit like that, I was hurt for him. And then he was just like, listen to him talking. And the fact that he said this on national TV, okay, didn't pull back once. Okay, nigga, there's one thing where you trying to act for the camera, and it's another thing where you be so mad, okay, and spiteful and evil that you say some shit because you can't help yourself. And that's where that daddy is. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Spectacular was like, I would never say that to my child. I would hope that you wouldn't. So he tells him, like, those words cut deep. Well, the dad was like, well, don't be going around telling everybody that I've been stealing your money. So the dad is upset and Spectacular is upset. Spectacular finally breaks down and he's just like, I just want you to be my father. Like, I just want us to spend time together as fathers, not with the business tied up in it, not with Pretty Ricky, although Pretty Ricky is all tangled up in there. But he's trying to explain to the dad what he wants, and, he get to crying and shit, and, then Big Daddy Old Boy was just like, hey, Spec, cut that crying shit out. He looking around like everybody is watching us. And instead, you see your son crying, okay? It's nothing in you to walk up to him and try. Listen, okay, even if it's got to be the church pat, something. I just wanted him to go to his kid, and he didn't do that. It finally had to be Spectacular, and this is the part that really broke my heart. After all of that shit that your father just said to you on national TV, he still wants him to be his dad. He still goes up to him and hugs him, okay, and holding on really for dear life. That daddy, okay, he was really just kind of like, okay, all right, Spec, it's gonna be okay. And that Spectacular was holding on, just gripped on, and I was just like, this is real sad, y'all. This is real sad. So we see Prince and his dad, and he say they doing pretty good, they hanging out, enjoying each other's company. We see a face from the past, okay, Liz, his old girl, remember the one that threw bleach on his clothes and whatnot? Okay, she is there with him. I'm not real clear on what the relationship is, okay? Oh, I guess they are together. She says that out of everybody, that was around them in their relationship, she felt like Bobbie was the most detrimental, and she doesn't want Prince and Bobbie to be friends. All right. Well, Prince is ride or die, and you know what? Bobbie is his boy, and he just don't understand why everybody keep on saying that they need to. He ain't one of them ones that's just gonna be fair weather. But Prince is trying to explain to them he's feeling good. For once he got some passion behind what he's doing. Okay, I thought that he was real good at the whole party promotion thing last season, but now he done switched it up this season. I'm not real sure what the fuck Prince do on his spare time. Braid his hair, child. You see them cornrows? I'll say Prince, you be doing the most. Anyway, Daddy says, look, you need to reach out to your mama. I know it's been some time since you spoke to her, but you guys need to work on that, and Prince let us know, he was thugging it out. He ain't talked to his mama ever since he was in trouble when he was 16 years old. Did a little time in juvie and been doing it all on my own ever since. Niggas, when they do this, they really mean it. Okay, like this. So I was thugging it out ever since. Boy, you gonna ride that juvenile hall thing to the end, ain't you? Now let's jump over to Miami Tip and Kiara and Joy and another face from the past, child, the feline girls. Well, one part of them. We see Chinese Kitty up on the stage. Actually, she looked very, very pretty. She's up on stage. She's rapping. I don't even remember. Was she a rapper last season? It was so much shit full of fucking niggatry between her and Bucky and her hair and her mama. I don't even remember what, she was on the damn show for last season. I kind of remember her being a rapper. Anyway, she's rapping. She finished her little performance and she comes sit down with the girls, and then who should join them but Chinese Nikki herself? And they didn't really show her. Like, I couldn't get a good view of her front side. It was always the side or something, the back of her. So I was just like, that is the mama, ain't it? Okay. Anyway, they all sit down. Miami Tip, since she got all her girls there, she's telling them how she's got this performance coming up on her new song, Is You Mad or No? Yeah, y'all. Miami Tip says she more than just a dancer. She got to prove that to everybody now. Now, what's going on with you, Joy? Well, Joy's still trying to get her freedom papers. Of course, it's the same story. Trick won't give her the money for the divorce, yada, yada, yada. So now she done came up with a business plan so she can financially support herself. Said something about a car wash. We move off of her. We find out what's going on with Kiara. Kiara say she and Gunplay did go to New York, but the nigga didn't get the draws because she's serious, okay? She ain't forgot about what got them in this position to begin with, and she kind of enjoying the fact that he has to grovel trying to get back with her. And then we finally get to Miami Tip's performance, okay? Ain't you bitches mad or nah? Ain't you bitches mad or nah? I know you see me cashing out. Those are the words. Okay, didn't have time to be learning it, but that's what she was saying. She's happy everybody's there. All the girls that she invited was there. All right, we even got Bobbie and Prince there. Chaotic is there. All the homies is there. Now, when Bobbie sees that Prince is there with Liz, okay, Bobbie tells us that he got to, keep his good eye on Prince and Liz. Because, Prince don't know how to act. All right, so he got to go and make sure. So he walk off with them into the other room. So while the rest of the girls are sitting there talking, Miami Tip and Chinese Kitty and Kiara and all them, then up walks Gunplay, okay? And he got a rose for his girl Kiara. And everybody was like, oh, that's nice. Okay, Chinese Kitty was like, see, I don't know what to think about you because I be hearing all this bad shit, but then you do something so outstanding as to bring a rose from somebody that you probably just bought from somebody right outside of the club and brought it in here to give to your girl. I mean, we are so touched by that. Why you didn't buy the whole bouquet? That's what you should have been touched for. Okay, I know. It's the thought that counts, right? He's there because he wants to invite Kiara to his album release party. Come on and come. Bring your girls too. Because men all know that you got to win them girls over if you want to get your woman back. Now, while they all sitting there talking, okay, they hear a whole bunch of fussing and shit in the background, and Miami Tip was like, I know this nigga that is not Bobbie and Prince in there cutting up. And the camera goes in there, child. Bobbie is acting a goddamn fool, just going off on Prince. He yelling at Prince. He mad about the fact that Liz is there. I said, listen, now we gonna deny that Prince is not at least bisexual, but the tension between Bobbie and Prince is palpable. Now, I know they're doing it for the show too, but come on now. Prince, do you really expect us to believe that your friend is going to be willing to fight over your girl? being there ain't that much trying to be there for my friend in the fucking world. Now, y'all gonna keep on lying. I know it's been some kind of y'all done touched and looked at each other, real long and lingeringly or something that happened there. So, Miami gets up and she go in there. She's like, listen, I know y'all not fixing to do this shit. She fussing at Prince. And Prince was like, why are you yelling at me? Go yell at her. Go yell at Bobbie. And so she gonna go yell at Bobbie, except you can't wrangle in Bobbie. Okay, Bobbie is just, once he get into that mode, it's just a whole bunch going on in security trying to keep them all under check and all that. But once it's done, Chaotic was just like, look, I think that Bobbie has some attraction for you, because the way he was just acting, I said, well, Chaotic, you don't think that the fact that Prince continues to want to be around Bobbie like that is something else, child? Prince always got to stand up for him. He feel like deep down inside Bobbie's a good person, that he means well. But if he gonna be acting like this, then maybe it is time for them to cut ties. I said, boy, if you don't cut it out, Prince, what I need you to do is be truthful. We gonna find out at that reunion that they done did something. Now, later on, we see Chaotic and Miami Tip. They meet up at a doggy daycare. I'm not real sure why, but okay, that's where we are. Mona was able to get the place on lease for a couple hours. And Tip is still upset about this fight with Prince and Bobbie. People gonna be looking at my events like they ghetto, and she don't want that. She want everybody to realize that she is indeed a rapper. So she's sick of Prince and Bobbie. They always do dumb shit like that. Okay, but enough about that. Chaotic want to know about Joy. And she was just like, what? Okay, let me call Joy and let her let you down softly, since you don't listen to me. So they FaceTime Joy, and Joy is cracking up. Chaotic is funny. Okay, he do get, props for being, I love a guy that can make me laugh. So, but we ain't trying to get with Chaotic by any means. Definitely not. No, I'm not saying I got a crush on him. I think he cute, none of that. But he is funny, and that does help a person's likability. While he's talking to Joy, he tells her that he want to take her out to a real restaurant with real good food, not no, little hole in the wall or anything like that. Okay, and Joy says okay, and Tip was just like, you gonna go? And she was just like, yeah, if we gonna go as friends and be respectful of each other, I don't see no problem. So this date, okay, Joy get all dazzled up and everything, and she goes and meets him. I'm not gonna say a hole in the wall, because sometimes the hole in the walls have the best food, okay, and it seems to be his restaurant. So Chaotic got a business behind him that also helps on the likability. I said, well, maybe Chaotic and Joy might be able to work this thing on out. Okay, now it's like a barbecue, look like rib place. He says the best ribs on this side of the Mississippi, and he come and bring her a flower. Said he brought her this cauliflower. Okay, nigga, it's a sunflower. They sit down and they talking, and he asked her, I heard about you and Trick. Y'all wrapping this whole situation up. Maybe you can unwrap me. What is it that you want in a man? She says, well, I want a man that's funny, that's gonna make me laugh, successful, that's got business, and okay, all of these things that Chaotic has. Then she gonna throw in hygiene. That shit was low-key shade. Joy, now but whatever, it was a cute enough scene. She laughed, he laughed, I laughed. I was just like, okay, I don't see them getting together, but hell, stranger things has happened. She is Trick Daddy's wife, right? Okay. And then lastly, you guys, we see Trina. She's at a video shoot for one of her artists. Okay, so she does seem to have, y'all, what is the label? Somebody tell me, please. She has Miami Tip there. She got Joy there. When the shoot is over, they sit down, and Trina was just like, so which one of y'all gonna put me up on game? Like, I already heard that Bobbie signed with somebody else. Oh yeah, don't ever sleep. I always find out from my team what's going on around me. I don't get involved in the bullshit, but I always know. Well, Miami Tip says, well, it looked like Bucky and her hair was the one who posted it, so that's what put it out there in them streets. Trina was just like, oh, so you knew already? So you guys already knew? Ain't nobody bothered to tell me nothing. Oh, why they do that, child? Now the Diamond Princess is upset. You know what? He fired from the family. What? Oh, Trina, why you gotta be like that? Joy and both Tip and Joy are trying to tell her, like, come on, give him a little slack. Oh, no, he don't need nothing from me. He need to be over in my house cleaning up, and I was just like, now you trying to act like he the help? Why he got to be at your house cleaning up because he ain't told you something? Maybe it's just immaturity. Maybe not knowing how to handle things. Maybe, you know, but he got to be at your fucking house cleaning up. I said, Trina, no. She want him to beg for her forgiveness. Well, I guess we just ain't gonna be forgiving. But, you know, I guess she want to confront him. So she has him come to the studio. She wants him to hear this song. He listening to the song and okay, it's all good. Oh yeah, she also want to fuss at him about her hearing about him signed to this other label. As far as she concerned, that shit is shady. And he was just like, what do you want me to do? Like, they came to me, they dropped the bag in front of me. Was I supposed to ignore that? She said, look, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you signed the deal. Her whole thing was just like, it was petty of you not to say anything to me. She was just like, listen, I'm happy for you that you signed the deal. Her whole problem is that it just feel real catty. You didn't have respect enough to come and talk to her about it. And Bobbie was like, listen, it's not really necessarily you, but it's a lot of your team that I don't really get along with. We know he don't get along with Alvin. And she was like, oh no, you got it all mistaken. If you think that people don't work for me, they listen to what I say. It's my way or the highway. You didn't want to work with us. You didn't want to work with the winning team. So with all that being said, since you wanted to act like you acted, then I'm putting this song on hold. You know, she ain't doing the feature. And he was just like, what do you mean? Like, why are you doing this? Why can't we still, although I don't know why he thought she was going to do it. Okay. But he was just like, we family. Like, why you still can't do what you said you was going to do? You said you was happy for me. And she was like, I am happy for you. I'm just upset that you didn't tell me. But it's about more than that. It's about making business moves, and it's about making the right decisions and doing what's going to be best for your career. And I said, well, it sounded like he had all that in place to me. But she thinks that he's all over the place. Y'all think that Bobbie is all over the place? He's been very direct, right? He was like, are you trying to say that I made a bad deal? No, I'm not trying to say you made a bad deal. Okay, I'm happy for you. She gonna keep on saying the same shit over and over. But what it all boils down to is she ain't doing a damn song. So what she gonna go back to doing is working on the fucking toddler album. Her 2-year-old album that still ain't came out. Yeah, she gonna go back to working on the toddler album and let Bobbie do whatever he gonna do with Clear Vision. I said, Bobbie, as far as I see it, you doing just fine on your own. Continue on. All right, Roxstars, that said, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.